Hey, y'all. Happy Sunday. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there. Appreciate y'all. Remember that time is fluid, so whenever you see this message, it's when you're meant to see it. It's a general reading. It may not resonate with everyone, so please only take what resonates and leave the rest. What we doing on this Mother's Day? Let's start with some of this and maybe the panther. I'll go through a little bit. How y'all doing? How was your day? Did you get flowers? Did you feel appreciated? I hope so. Moving on. Alright. Remember that time? Did I say that already? I can't even remember. Remember that time is fluid. Whenever you see this message, it is when you're meant to see it, when it's meant for you to hear. Only take what resonates with you and what doesn't. Let it be, because I cannot tell somebody's story all the way through 100%. Although, if it resonates, then that's cool. But there's bound to be some shit that don't, right? Alright, man. What's up? What's up with these folks out here in the street? Straight to it, straightforward. No beating around the bush. The magician. Alright, so there's manifestation going on here. Definitely some manifestation. What's this? Six of Pentacles in the reverse. Somebody could be working against somebody's money. Trying to project someone losing some kind of money. Four of Swords. The Spirit said you're making money in your sleep. Alright? You could be going with a Libra. You could be a Libra. We have Earth here. What we got here? Eight of Pentacles. Work. I'm telling you, you make money in your sleep. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you. Eight of Pentacles, yes. And somebody could be working against your finances, trying to create some kind of loss for you or some kind of lack. Because you're the High Priestess. What I say? You make money in your sleep. Six of Swords, and you could have moved away from a situation. You could have moved, separated yourself from the situation or the person or whoever this is that's trying to create some kind of loss for you. Your Spirit said your money works for you. What? You got, it's an X. Love is in the reverse. That could be an X. Lover. Thank you, Spirit. Two of Pentacles. Parents. Somebody chose their parents over you. They chose their family over you. Yeah. This was an ex of yours that has been projecting negativity over your finances, over your work life, over your stability. Yeah, you moved away from this person. You felt, y'all weren't in alignment. Somebody could be a Sagittarius. Come on now, the cards are talking. The cards are talking. The cards are talking. You could be dealing with a Sagittarius. You could be a Sagittarius. Somebody could like the colors purple, royal blue, or red. Or all of the above. Somebody really was really listen to other people's opinions. This is somebody that could possibly be trying to get somebody's approval. Four of Wands. Yeah, somebody. Yeah, somebody wanted somebody's approval for whoever they married. Somebody may have wanted you to marry or to be with somebody of a different race, a different nationality, a different complexion. So somebody dropped you collective because of your skin color, or something about you. You weren't the parents' approval. Thank you, Spirit. We have an Aries in the reverse and a Knight of Pentacles. Wow. So there's a fire sign here in the reverse. Somebody can be very selfish and quick-tempered. Somebody could also be lacking a lot of enthusiasm, a lot of energy. Knight of Pentacles, something for a long time. Like, this could have made somebody become rebellious. Or maybe you weren't the right... Well, either way, whether you black, white, yellow, orange, or green, right? You weren't somebody that fit in with the culture. So take that how it resonates. We got trash box. Ooh, wait. Some of you guys are spiritualists. Yeah, High Priestess, Queen of Wands. Come on, Spirit. So somebody's parents said that you was a trash box because you do tarot, you do divination. Alright? That you was evil. You know how it fucking goes. Yes, that's why somebody dumped you. That's why. Because of their parents. You didn't meet their parents' whatever the fuck that word is I'm looking for. Their qualifications or what have you, right? We got the Queen of Wands here and a mature man. Listen, moving on. Yeah, you could be very, very beautiful, right? A very beautiful person. But this person was very immature. Could have been specifically somebody's father that convinced this person, yeah, that you were not the one. I hear, just move on from that one. Just let that one go. That one ain't the one for you. Ooh, but see, somebody was watching somebody in secret. Alright? And somebody else was very insecure. A King of Pentacles. Yeah, with an entity attachment. Created insecurity and doubt in somebody's mind. About you, collective. About what you do, who you are. Definitely you could be a reader. Some kind of divination. You could be on the internet, TV, however you want to call it, but you're beautiful, right? You're not, you don't look like somebody that do that, I guess. I don't know, but listen, but you're abundant. Come on, Spirit. Excuse me. Queen of Wands, yes. And you make money while you sleep. Somebody was doing something to cause you not to try to cause you to how do I say it? Here we go. Come on. I guess they're gonna make us listen to that. Not as someone that would be very fruitful, right? Somebody with any kind of stability, and not a Queen of Pentacles. And somebody could have said that you do strange things for change. A little something strange for change. The Hangman in the reverse had somebody stuck, man, for real. Now somebody's starting to see something for sure. They could have even tried to convince this person to juggle you. That you were unworthy of any kind of commitment. Of anything of their lineage or their legacy or some shit like that. So they're trying to choose who you love based on if they feel like what they got, what they leave behind, if you're good enough to have it. Child, please. Look, I'm telling you, somebody's family. Somebody's family, yes. Yeah. Yeah, made you look like a trash box. Well, they put this in this person's head and their mind. 5 of Pentacles in the reverse. Man, listen, you need nobody. King of Wands in the reverse. Conflict, yeah. What's going on here? Yeah, this is somebody's family. It could not just be the parents. It could have been the brothers, the sisters, the cousins, the aunts, the uncles, and nieces. It could have been a lot of people that had something to say. You hear me? Yeah, listen. Listen. They could have even told this person if they didn't leave you alone that they was going to end up broke. Or they could have even told them they was going to cut them off. You hear me? That hussy ain't going to have none of my hard work and what I leave behind that. You know what I'm saying? That witch. Yeah. Listen, I'm telling you, somebody didn't want you to have it. So what did the thief, look at that. What's the thief doing here? 5 of Pentacles. Oh, they said you was a thief. Oh, I'm saying on the thief. They said that you was a thief, collective. I told you that. I said that already. They said that you was just going to steal what they had. Whatever they was going to leave behind. They inheritance. Look, 5 of Swords, conflict, chaos, and confusion. I'm telling you. This could be somebody's sister. I picked up a sister energy. A auntie. Or somebody's mama. 5 of Pentacles. Yes, they talk shit again. They said you was sneaky. This could be an Aquarius. They were saying that you was sneaky and deceptive, and you know you had to be wise. That you do spell work and shit, all that shit. Yes, because listen, they called judgment on you. You was gonna take this person to court and take them for all they got. Okay, that's what the word was. That's what the word was to that masculine, to that divine masculine. If that's who that person is to you, but it was definitely somebody you was in a relationship with. It should listen. Confusion and fucking illusion. I can't make it up. Listen. Yep, they should. Your twin flame in the reverse. Yep. That you was a trickster. You're gonna cause confusion and illusions. Doing all kind of hocus pocus. Child, if you gotta do some shit like that to keep somebody around, you might as well let that fucking person go, baby. That shit's never gonna end well. That shit's never gonna end well. Don't force nobody to be with you. Don't do that. Nope. No. 9 of Swords. Look. Defense. Confusion, illusion, attacks. Spirit said it, and I be trying to tell people this. When somebody tells you that somebody is into this and they're into that and they do this and they do that, let me tell you something, right? Y'all already know what I'm gonna say, right? Whoever's telling you that shit, they're the ones that do that shit. I'm gonna leave that shit right there. Bitch, they're the ones that do that shit. Thank you, Spirit. Shit came right the fuck out. They're the ones. We got a mature man here. They're the ones that do that shit. I ain't lying to you. And they had you caught up. Alright, for real. Maybe some of you guys could have been feeling really tired, dark circles under the eyes. Somebody, whoever is the one that was in your ear trying to warn you about somebody else, they're the one that was doing it. And they was doing it to your ass too. Thank you, Spirit. They was doing it to your ass too, because they had to find a weak spot to come in at you. So there was something. Either you ran your mouth, you told them something about your partner, whatever the fuck it was. Y'all could have had an argument. You went over there and ran your mouth. That's all they fucking needed to work on your ass, and that's what they did. They found the crack in your armor, in your relationship, in your commitment. It wasn't a solid foundation. Come on, Spirit. What's going on here? But that shit's backfiring. I just want somebody to know. Listen, 8 of Wands in the reverse, nigga, I can't make it up. That shit's backfiring. That shit's backfiring on somebody. Yes. Yes, it is. From this 3 here, this little trio here. That all went in. That all was around. That always, yeah, this family. This could be your family. For real, for real. I see this could be a dad, a auntie, and a sister. Take it how it resonates. A dad, an auntie, and a sister. Or an uncle, auntie, and a sister. Take it how it resonates. Look, community. Whole bunch of them motherfuckers. Look up in the clouds. There it is again. There it is again. That shit's coming back on somebody. I'm telling you, on a whole community. A whole community is like gonna be confused and I don't know, disbelief. In disbelief spirit, the priest in the reverse. Ooh, yes. Yes, divine. Ooh, come on now. Yes, they were doing something to a divine being. If this was your divine masculine collective, your divine masculine, was weak and fell into temptation. They couldn't recognize. Let me say it, okay, I'm going to say this because when you're with your divine masculine or divine feminine, there's a connection there. There's a love there. There's a strong pull there, right? But somebody didn't trust what they were feeling because it didn't feel familiar, right? And because it didn't feel familiar, somebody told them that you was doing spell work on them. Boom, there it is. Somebody didn't recognize love. They didn't recognize love. They didn't recognize what they was feeling. It scared them. And then, and then they had the rest of the crew go, yep, that's what they doing, yep. It made somebody walk away from their divine person. Yes, they did. Yes, they did, man. Listen, they walked away from ascending. Come on, spirit. Come on, spirit. They walked away from ascending. You were there to help them to grow, to build, and to elevate. Not just their lifestyle, but their thinking, how they carry themselves, to respect themselves. Because that's what it's really all about. You can have, you can have admiration for people, you know what I'm saying? But you also have to, understand and learn that you are a person yourself, right? And you have to hold yourself to a high standard, to elevate yourself, not just people around you, you know what I mean? And somebody really relied on what their parents thought because, again, stuck on the stigma, what they gonna leave me. A lot of people sit around and wait for people to die just to get what's being left to them. Some kind of insurance policy or inheritance. That's really fucking sad. But I promise you, those same people will not leave nothing for nobody else. Because they're too greedy and selfish. They're not going to pay no policy or shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Selfish, very selfish and very greedy. Look, running, avoidance, escape. Now somebody's running from this energy. Now somebody's trying to get away from these people, from this family, from this community. Yeah, because they see you, collective, how you're not bothered because whatever they're trying to project towards you, you don't deserve it. Right? If you had deserved some bullshit that happened to you, it's really not their call anyway. But God uses everybody. Right? Everything happens at an appointed and a divine time. If God felt like it was your time to pay karma for something you did, you'll run into this motherfucker. And there it is. You feeling me? But see, here's the thing. You didn't deserve it. That's why it's coming back and it's hitting them in their lives, in their pockets, in their stability, in their relationships. You hear me? In their mind. In they fucking mind. Thank you, spirit. Yeah, mentally and emotionally unstable. Yeah. Yeah, because you're not bothered at all and you haven't stopped moving. You kept going. Yep, somebody listened to their friends and family. When it came to making a choice about you, look, energy fucking vampires, projection in the reverse. Listen, they listen to their energy sucking fucking family. They didn't want to see you out, to get outside of that shit, to ascend, to come out of this toxic ass energy. No, they didn't want you to. Looking at the light team. Spirit guides. Somebody's spirit guides is telling them to get going. Yep, there you go, high priest, high priestess. Somebody's spirit guides got them running now. Chasing after you, collector. That's what I heard. Trying to catch up to you now. Yep. Somebody's realizing that all that projection, people, look, just draining them. Draining the shit out of somebody. Somebody could have lost a lot of weight. Somebody could be having teeth problems, teeth falling out and shit. Messing with this high priestess when they shouldn't have been doing that. You were there to help this person, to elevate this person. We got an ice queen in the reverse and the hermit. Somebody's a liar. Somebody's a dictator. Somebody's starting to see now that somebody was a liar and somebody's mentally unstable as well. And they're very cold and very judgmental. And somebody also sees that somebody was interfering in their life. Now they don't see it as good judgment anymore. With the priestess in reverse, it wasn't no judgment out of caring for them. It was a judgment out of jealousy. Somebody's mama didn't want them to be with somebody that, had accomplished more than they did. Because I'm telling you, whoever this masculine is, they looked up to their mother. Their mother, maybe had a little money, had some retirement, a little home or something like that. You know what I mean? Married for 50, 60 fucking years, you know what I'm saying? Had a stable relationship, that shit. Car and stuff like that. See, this is what somebody may have seen. But their mother was very controlling. This mother was held in a high standing, a high honor, because she had did some things in life, right? She had accomplished some things, and she did it through the struggle, like we all got to do, you know what I'm saying? When we get on our own with our own families. But somebody's starting to see now that whoever this person was that they listened to was really someone that was very insecure and didn't want to see them. It's like you could have showed this person a different way of life, and somebody's mama didn't like that shit, cause you think you better than, right? That they were gonna be found out that they weren't, all smart, all knowing, all, you know what I'm saying? You was showing somebody you was healthy. This is somebody, like I told you, they're not very loving. This is not somebody that told them they love them. Shut up crying. You ain't got to settle down with nobody. Enjoy your life. You get what you can get out these hoes, these bitches. Ooh, child. That's the kind of energy. Look, 9 of Cups. You loved yourself. You loved yourself. Somebody wants to love themselves too. Somebody recognizes now that all the illusions and the projections that people were doing, but they also have to realize too, it was their own insecurity that allowed that devil to get in, right? That allowed that devil to get in. So there was something. Somebody couldn't stand up to their mama. Somebody was afraid to stand up to their family and say, no, this is what I want. I want the high priestess. Ooh-wee. I want the high priestess. Ooh-wee. Listen, Light of Swords, I ain't lied to you, nigga. Listen. I want the high priestess, nigga. Somebody's mama said, what? Somebody's mother, who was, turn it over, I heard. I heard turn it over. Damn it. Ooh-wee. What's going on in spirit? What's the third wheel? Somebody letting that shit go. Somebody looking at themselves as they was fucking weak, man. Somebody didn't stand up for you. Somebody's very greedy too. Somebody could eat a lot. Somebody could be putting on a lot of weight because they're eating their feelings. Now somebody's realizing there was a third part. Oh, you like your mama cooking. That's what it is. That's what she was. It was in your food. Thank you, Spirit. It was in your food. Knight of Pentacles for a long fucking time. Somebody could have been doing spell work on their own fucking child in order to keep their child be their handler, to keep their child in alignment. See, if they don't deal with somebody that's beneath them in a way that mama can always be first, the queen. She's always going to be celebrated. You just need to know that my mother come first. Until that one come along, you weren't somebody that was going to accept that. No disrespect to mom. You heard me? No disrespect to mom at all. But once a man takes a wife, he leaves his daddy's house and he leaves his mama's house. Y'all out there business. And don't start with it. Don't call me for this and asking me for that, because that's a bunch of bullshit. Alright? But you don't have no fucking control over that person's life. If they need help, you're going to help or you ain't going to help. But you ain't going to control shit. Come on, Spirit. What's this? The Chariots. Man, I'm telling you, somebody's getting ready to go. Somebody's on their way. On their way to you, Queen. On their way to you, Queen. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Priestess. Come on, Spirit. Yes, they are. They're on their way to you, baby girl. Yes. You are the truth, and whoever this priestess in the reverse, somebody's running. Somebody's spirit guides is allowing them to see somebody for the vampire and the liar and the manipulator that they are, that they have been, and how this is why I say you can't totally blame them, because there was something inside this person as well, right? That had some kind of low self-esteem, right? Something, so maybe trauma, I don't know. That they didn't feel like you were good. They felt love. That's what it was. That was the first time they felt genuine fucking love. You hear me? And that shit stirred up something inside of them. And somebody really felt like you was put something on them. But it was their first time ever fucking feeling genuine love. And when they separated from you, that shit fucking hurt. That shit almost felt like somebody's guts was coming the fuck out. You hear me? Yeah, because they disconnected themselves from their fucking soulmate, nigga. Hoo-wee. And then they tried to say you was out here doing some shit to them, didn't they, Spirit? Causing fucking conflict. Yes, they did. Yes, they did. And when people saw you in fucking pain, they knew that you was in love. They knew that you loved whoever it was that you let go of, that you left behind, King of Wands, that you started acting a fucking fool out here in the street. Because your fucking family said, you don't need that person ain't no good for you. That person made your fucking ass glow. That person made your ass stand up straight. Made you want to anyway. Stop playing. Somebody fell in love and didn't know what the fuck it was. Wow. Look, mature man. Somebody done grew up, so they trying to. Somebody trying to look. Judgment in the reverse. Ten of Pentacles. Listen. They changed their mind. Somebody changed their mind. They want it. They want that Ten of Pentacles. They want that stability. They want that elevation. They want that feeling. Ooh, child. What? We got here the Knight of Pentacles. Long time coming. Somebody had some time, has taken a lot of losses, made a lot of bad choices. Three of Wands. Listen, I can't make it up. I can't make it up. Somebody's been roaming around, trying to find somebody to give them that again, but it's never going to happen like that again, because that was a genuine feeling. You can't replace that feeling. That's why when they felt it, they didn't know what the fuck it was. And they thought you did something, that you put a spell on them. That shit moved some parts around in this motherfucker. You hear me? Ooh-wee. Yes, and then they family made them think that you was doing something to them. Wow. But when you walked away, now if you was trying to keep this person, you wouldn't have left. You know what I'm saying? But when you walked away, that's when they felt that shit. That's when they felt that cord, that disconnect. That shit almost killed. That shit made somebody sick as a dog. I'm telling you. Somebody lost a lot of fucking weight. That's what it is. You disconnected from this person, right? Yeah. Listen. Look at that. Who is that? Who is that? King of Wands. Ooh, in the reverse. Somebody tried to bury their feelings, right? By running around with this one and that one because that's what their family approved of. They didn't approve of somebody making that person a better person because then they was going to leave them behind. Oh, and not even that. They was going to resist and they was going to buck. You hear me? They was going to stop bucking to be released from that fucking bullshit that they were trying to ingrain in their head, man. Yeah. Sickness in the reverse and disease and infection. Knight of Wands in the reverse. Somebody could have even tried to attach a sexual entity on somebody. So all that they would... Spirit said because this person was feeling one way on the inside and somebody was fucking with their energy, right? Throwing, energy. This could have threw somebody off and made them very sexual. Made them become very sexual and promiscuous and just want to just have this sex thing, that because somebody was broken, they was already broken from the relationship that they let somebody talk them out of, that they didn't understand. Let's just be honest. That's why they went along. Ooh, child. Hello. Yes, that's what it was. Nice guy in the reverse, the death card in the reverse. Three of Pentacles. Yeah. Somebody became very mean to you. Yeah. They got really mean towards you. They really nasty. They started heckling you, I'm hearing, and and listening to the narratives. Yeah. And now people, all they do is talk shit about how you're gone. And just to infuriate this person. You hear me? Now they laugh and they talk shit about you. That's crazy. Knowing full well that they did that shit, that they were the root cause of this person. But this person already had insecurities. Let's just be honest. A karmic connection. Come on now. Come on now. Yes, sir. Queen of Wands. Somebody's starting to see with this Hermit. Somebody's starting to see what's really going on. Yep. And now somebody understands that somebody's been doing a lot of something in excess. Either it's eating, drinking, sex. Somebody's just like, they can't stop. And that's because they got an entity attachment. Somebody's been attaching something to somebody to keep them discombobulated so they can't fucking figure out what the fuck's going on. They under judgment, baby. I can't make it up. They under judgment. Yep, that's what they are. 10 of Pentacles. They under judgment. What's going on here, Spirit? Corruption, bribing, coercion in the reverse. Work and labor and effort in the reverse. Look at this. Snapped. I'm telling you, from what? Energy fucking work. I'm telling you, somebody was trying to fuck with your money, and look at what happened. Now somebody's losing their fucking mind. Somebody could be pulling their hair out and shit. You hear me? From the fucking energy work that somebody was doing. Wow. Wow. Corruption, bribes, and coercion. Yeah, they under judgment. And somebody could be like literally having some kind of psychosis or some kind of mental health issue. I'm not a doctor. Listen, Knight of Swords. Listen, the Most High. Somebody trying to run from God, baby. You can't get away from God. You can't get away from God. Somebody's recognizing, yeah, the Most High exists. He does exist. Like that the Eminem commercial. They do exist. Yes, sir. And whoever this is that's in this person's life, they got them put that battery pack in their back. They're the ones that's been doing spell work on this person because they know this person loves you. They knew what the signs was that this person was having. The King of Wands in reverse. Yes, somebody's out of control. They knew what those symptoms was of this person. This person was brokenhearted. This person was in love. They knew what that was, and because they had never felt like this before, especially from separation and the sadness and all that shit, and you know, they swore something, you did something to them. Yeah, you loved them. That's so crazy. That's so crazy. Yeah, they tried to say that was you was doing work on them, collective. No, it wasn't. Binding spells. What did I fucking say? Didn't I tell you? Somebody was doing binding spells on somebody. Yeah, they was. Yeah, they was. Yes, they was. False person in reverse. Your family. 10 of Pentacles. Your stability. Yeah. Somebody a fake. Somebody could be a Gemini. Somebody was a fake. Somebody was pretending they love you and they care about you when they was really the ones that had you fucked up. Yep. Trying to keep you away from this Queen of Wands. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And you became, and look at right next to the King of Wands in the reverse with the instability, the craziness, the losing their mind. Somebody don't know what the fuck's going on with them. Why the fuck they feel like that? Because it's the bitches of whoever the fuck you around. And the fact that you denied your feelings. Because you were too scared to stand up for yourself. That's why you going through that mental psychosis. The Empress, stop playing. Caution, warning, danger. Moving on. Caution, warning. Moving on in the entity attachment. Something's a caution. Empress could be a baby's mother. Queen of Wands, Empress could be the same person. You see somebody like this, but there's caution. Somebody's been, slow down. Somebody's been told to be cautious about something. I think it's this Empress. I think it's either this mother, this baby mother, this sister, whoever. This is this Empress that's blocking this Queen and King of Wands. Yeah, this is the one. This Empress is the one that's been doing the spell work. That's got this person fucked up over here. But when they came for you, collective, when they came for you, for your labor, for what you was working with, that's where they were supposed, they didn't heed the warning. They didn't heed the fucking warning. They didn't heed the warning. They did not. I promise you. You wasn't fucking with nobody. Minding your business, and they was trying to create chaos and conflict for you because they was jealous of you and they knew this person was in love with your ass. Listen, contentment in the reverse, happiness and gratitude. They tried to break your spirit, baby. They tried to interfere. Knight of Swords, attacking, spreading false narratives. Somebody was warned not to do what they were doing. It was bad enough that they was fucking with their brother, their uncle, their child. You hear me? It was bad enough that they was messing with them, right? But see, their uncle, their brother, their child, their father, whoever the fuck it is, they failed to make a decision for themselves. They chose to stay in this toxic ass shit. So, they ain't got shit to do with you, collective. But the fact that they know how it fucked up this person and they played on that shit with this person and create, this person could have addictions, all kind of shit, was because, you know what I'm saying, they was envious of you. Like, if people don't want to see you do well, they don't love you. They don't love you. I don't give a shit. If they don't want to see you do well, that's the fucking truth. They don't love you. They don't love you. Flying monkeys, yeah, they can't do that shit no more. Listen, somebody turned their life around. Somebody wants what they had. They want that boo thing. They want that commitment. I'm telling you, flying monkey, somebody's not listening to the bullshit anymore. Somebody know they gotta be fair and they understand. They smarter, they wiser, they have learned from their fucking mistakes. Are they gonna get that from you, collective? I don't know, but they damn sure want this. They want what they had and didn't know they had. You hear me? That's what they want. Death card in the reverse. They didn't know what they had. They didn't. That you was somebody's first love. For real, for real. 3 of Wands, I'm telling you. Somebody looking at you like you was my first love, but I didn't know what it was. Ah, yes, sir. King of Pentacles. I've grown up. I get it. I understand now. Stop playing. Listen, I want that now. I want that now. I want that now. High Priestess in the reverse, the 10 of Pentacles. Yeah, because people said that you was the one that was making this person sick and shit like that. The person was love sick, nigga. It wasn't about no nothing like that. This person was love sick. Alright? What the fuck is this? Why do I feel like this? I feel so sad, can't do it. Oh, that bitch don't put some kind of roots on you. Man, listen, nigga, you sad because you left your soulmate, nigga. You listen to this bullshit. That's why you feel like that. Alright, y'all. I'll see y'all. Y'all stay up. Deuces.